This is the Grand Banks 85. This is the very first one, numero uno. It's launched about 8 months ago. So a very interesting one to have a look at, and a very, very attractive boat, as Grand Banks always are. So we're going to step on here via the passerelle. We talk about stern to berthing, and entering by the passerelle is exactly what we're doing here. What we'll do is we'll head on inside first of all, show you the interior, and then we'll work around the decks, the crew cabin, the engine room, which is very interesting actually, the lot. So we're going to start here in the cockpit. Got a beautiful big table here with a GB inset for Grand Banks, and there's a bar over here as well, so things like the fridges are in here. You can set these up as fridge or freezers, and then just a load of storage as you would imagine, and the sink there as well. We're at a boat show at the minute, so there's obviously quite a lot of stuff about on the boat. We're going to head in this way. Look at that, that is classic Grand Banks, isn't it? The dark wood, the traditional styling, absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. Got the handrail in the top here. It's a semi-displacement hull on this one. We'll talk about performance in a little while. But quite a serious offshore machine. Let's head on forward. We'll give you guys the full tour. A lot of storage, well, not all obviously, but you get the idea. There's drawers here, drawers down here. You can see the wine cooler built in there, and a very nice dining area, again with the GB embossed in the pale wood against the dark. That looks absolutely fantastic. That's not a sticker, that's actually in the wood. It looks beautiful. You've got more storage down here for things like your crockery. He says opening one without any crockery in. There we go. And then we'll head on around a bit further. And the other thing we find here on the main deck is the galley area. Admit it, you're expecting a helm, wouldn't you? I'll explain why there's no helm here in a minute. But what you do have, again, refrigeration here. Here, that's a freezer obviously. That one there is the dishwasher, and then a load of storage around here. Even back in places like this, we can pull this and that lifts up like so. But what's quite neat is that they've put this little fella in here. That's a docking station. You can open this door and you can actually stand on the outside of the boat and watch it in and use this controller here. It's got IPS on here. We'll talk about that when we go into the engine space in a little while. Side door onto the side deck, and then obviously the cooking here. So you've got the hob, the oven, microwave up there, and so forth. Extractor fan burnt in down there, and so on. Very nice. Okay, let's head on down to the lower deck. There's a down and an up here. We'll go down first of all. Here you've got the distribution board. So all of the breakers are there, all easy to get to. I love these pull catches. These are really nice. You just open them like that. Excellent. Drop down a little bit further, more storage here. Day heads is here as well. Shower in that one. And then if you come on round, a load more storage here. It's just everywhere on this boat. They're really designed for spending some serious amounts of time on. If we come right up to the bow then, this is the VIP guest cabin. Again, beautifully finished, beautifully detailed. Just fantastic. Really, really nice. This is all storage here, hanging lockers, all that kind of stuff. Again, won't open it all, but you get the idea. There's an ensuite to this cabin, of course, that's in here. Shower, toilet, all the usual accoutrements. And there's also cabin 3 just here. Again, really well proportioned. They've not tried to squeeze too much into this boat actually, and that's why you get these wonderful big airy feeling cabins in here. Again, hanging locker, storage, all that kind of stuff, and again, its own ensuite as you would expect. Fantastic. Okay, let's press on back a little bit further, because if we come back this way, again, more big storage areas for linen and that kind of stuff. And then back here, we've got steps down. This then takes us down to cabin 4, which is tucked away in here. That infill cushion will explain what that's for when we go up on the upper deck in a moment. And then around here is the owner cabin. That's lovely, isn't it? Beautiful, very traditional, very, very classy. TV in here, you've got your little writing desk or makeup area, whatever you want to use that for. Again, a ton of storage, won't open it all, but you know, big hanging lockers, all that kind of stuff is in here. And then over here is the ensuite. So, twin sinks, lovely separate shower area, and the loo. And you might be wondering about this glass and the fact that it's not very private. Well, if you want a bit more privacy, you can have it. There's a little controller in here, and if we find the right button on there, I think it's that one. Look at that. It's completely opaque. Cool, huh? Okay, let's drop that one away. There we go. We are at a boat show, and they have very generously closed this off completely to the public. They're busy turning people away while we look at it. So we're going to keep on moving and keep this reasonably swift. So we'll come back up here, swing ourselves around, and we're this time going to head up this way, up to the upper deck. And this will explain why there was no helm on the main deck, because it's here, internal helm. Just incredible views from up here, as you would expect. Really nice. Big seat across here, and you've got another one here as well. So lots of space for people to come up here and enjoy the ride. And then across here, the big multifunction displays, which you can configure however you want. Engine controls and cameras, throttles, IPS controller. And this is showing you various pumps and grey water systems, lights, all that kind of stuff. You can monitor the whole boat from here. Mimic board, I think they call those, because it mimics what's actually going on the boat. You can see the camera system here showing us various views, engines, and out over the bow. Very nice indeed. The other thing that we've got here, you'll see there's some switches here. Sunroof. If we hit that one, you'll never guess what happens. Sunroof opens. Look at that. There we go. So if you want this area open to the elements, you can have it. The windows drop as well, some of the windows anyway. Let's close that one again. There we go. Yeah, another button with a port window. So that is, there you go. You can see that one coming down hopefully in the centre there. So a lot of light and ventilation here if you wanted, or close it all up as we have now, and air condition it, which on a day like today is not a bad idea. It's roasting out there. Okay, let's head on around here. Lovely area up here. Come on, tuck yourself away. There's a TV that rises up from here, so you can make this into a little cinema area if you want to. And then you've got the bar over here. Another fridge, and amazingly, another dishwasher. I don't think I've ever seen 2 dishwashers on an 85-foot boat before. And if we come out here, this takes us out onto this aft upper deck. So lovely seating area here. Tremendous views, as you can imagine. If you're at anchor, you're looking right out across the back of the boat from up here. You can have a crane up here if you want and put a tender on here, but you can also have a tender on the bathing platform. So that's very much owner specification, or you could put sun lounges up here. Do whatever you want with it. It's a lovely big area. And another bar area over here. So again, you've got things like ice maker in there, fridges in these ones, and so forth. Okay, let's head on back inside. Slide that one shut behind us. There we go. It's a beautiful area, isn't it? Let's go and take a wander around the outside, and I'll show you the engine room and the crew area. So I think what we'll do is we'll head out through here. So this takes us out to the side deck. You can see now actually with this raised up, You can have a hand on the controller there, and you can be stood out here and you can watch the boat in. So that is a very, very useful feature. Let's close that one back up for the moment. There we go, and we'll take a walk up onto the bow. I love the styling of this, the way this gently curves over and sweeps around. They've really got the sort of traditional lines of the beautiful motor yacht incorporated into this one. It looks really, really good. Anchor winch up on the bow, some beautiful stainless deck gear everywhere, and a nice view of can. And if we come right up to the very bow, there we go, that's what she looks like. It's an elegant boat, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Let's wander down this side. I want to show you the engine space. That's really interesting on this one. And I want to show you the crew cabin. So, in fact, I'll show you the bathing platform as well. There's a door on this side, very similar to the one we came out of on the other side. We've got the nice overhangs on this one. These are engine vents down here. Back into the cockpit area. This is where we went in originally. And if we come down here, bathing platform, this section here, you can put tender chocks on, and this lifts up, cantilevers over and drops your tender into the water. There's access down through here, but I think we'll go this way because there's two ways into this area and two ways out, obviously. So if we drop down here, this is the crew area, so laundry facilities are down here. This one's configured with two crew cabins, so you've got a double here, like a captain's cabin. Heads is in the centre, and if we come right across here, we'll find another cabin. We'll just make sure nobody in there. There we go. Now this one's been configured with a, I think they call it a French double. It's like a small double, but if you prefer, you can have bunks in here, which is probably what a lot of people would go for, is two singles in here. And in fact, you could do two singles on the other side as well if you wanted. So it's all very owner configurable depending on how you're running it and what sort of crew you have. Nice little galley area down here as well. So they've got TV, they've got the microwave, fridges down here, and so forth. And then this lovely little mess area down here. For an 85-foot boat, that's brilliant. Really, really good. And then this takes us into the toy store. So you've got obviously a big heavy door that comes across here that's open at the minute so we can get through, and that's what we saw from the bathing platform. That's the access from there. But look, we've got bikes and we've got paddle boards and all that kind of stuff is all here ready to be taken straight out of the boat. And you might think, well, that's great, but where are the engines? I'm going to show you. I've not seen this done before. It's brilliant. See, there's a door here and there's a door here, and if we open this, we'll find the engines are tucked away in their own little rooms. What I think I might do is show you the other side. The generator's running on this side at the moment, so let's close that one up. It's twin generators, and I suspect this one probably isn't running, and it might be a better one to show you. And I'm wrong. Both generators are running, not to worry. Let's press on in, hopefully you can hear me okay. Now this is IPS on here, you can see the tops of the pods are just here. You can have shaft drive, they do this with MAN engines, I think it is, or these Volvo Pentas with the IPS. These are Volvo Penta 1350, I believe. So they are 1,000 horsepower each, and they're giving this boat about 27 knots. It's really quite quick for a stone displacement trawler yacht, isn't it? So you've got filters and all that kind of stuff up here, all very nice and get-at-able. Now, she'll cruise normally at about 20-21 knots, and that'll give you about 1,000 miles of range. But if you drop the speed right back to 10 knots, for some proper displacement cruising, well then you'll eke that out to 2,500 miles. So you've got some serious legs on this one, as you would hope for a boat of this calibre, of course, because that's what this sort of boat is all about, going places. I'm going to come back out of here because it's pretty warm. Back into the toy box. I think that's fantastic. I've never seen that done before, have the engines completely separated off. I think that's a really good idea. Makes this whole centre area a lot more usable than it would be on a normal engine room. And that, dear viewer, I think is about the size of that. I'm going to finish off over here, try not to step backwards into the water, and I'm going to say massive thanks to Grand Banks for organising that tour. Huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of that one, and we'll catch you move out of the shade. We'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye bye.